Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ashley Williams, Archivist at Hagley Museum and Library. Today's recipe is one developed in the BBDO Test Kitchen, their famous brownies. There are several references in the BBDO collection to their famous brownies. BBDO's newsletters frequently mention them. The employee welcome booklet advises new hires to wait till you taste those famous BBDO brownies. BBDO even used them as a prize in employee contests. I would gladly accept brownies as a contest prize. Despite all these references, there is no recipe or ingredient list for the famous BBDO brownies. I had to do a bit of research to find what I believe is the famous BBDO brownies recipe elsewhere in Hagley's collections. Vinnie Meehan worked in BBDO's test kitchen from 1954 until her retirement in the mid-1980s. Her obituary mentions she worked on the Betty Crocker account and brought home brownies left over from testing recipes or from executive lunches. Her daughter sold these brownies to her high school classmates, earning record fundraising dollars for foreign missions. This was the breakthrough piece I needed. The famous brownies most likely came from a Betty Crocker recipe. Thankfully, Hagley's printed and published collections department has Betty Crocker cookbooks from the era in which Meehan made the famous BBDO brownies. The 1964 Betty Crocker's New Boy and Girl cookbook had the brownie recipe I was looking for. Let's get started on the famous BBDO brownies. In a saucepan, place about 1 inch of water and bring to a boil. Over that, place a bowl with 2 squares of unsweetened baking chocolate and half a cup of shortening. Stir until melted and let cool for 5 minutes. Now that our chocolate mixture has cooled for about 5 minutes, we're going to add it to our bowl. To that, we'll add 1 cup of sugar and 2 eggs. Once that's mixed together, you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of gold medal flour, a half teaspoon of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt. Once it's all mixed together, you can add half a cup of chopped nuts. However, today I'm not going to do that. Then you'll pour it into an 8 by 8 square greased baking pan. From here, it goes into a preheated 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. So the brownie is baked for about 30 minutes in the oven, and they've been cooling for about 10 minutes, so it's finally time to try them. It has been so hard letting them cool and not just digging in right out of the oven. Oh, and they have that nice crisp edge to them. These smell so good. First brownie is always the most difficult one to get out. There. Grab a napkin here. And the top layer is so flaky, and oh, I'm so excited for these. They're chewy without being like raw. They're really good. This is far better than any box brownie mix I've ever had. And I think these might be the new brownies I go to because they were super easy to make and they're so delicious. And I think this would be really good if you added nuts or maybe some chocolate chips or any kind of chip like peanut butter, butterscotch. I can see why these were such a hit. I hope you have enjoyed learning about the BBDO brownies as much as I have. Thanks for watching.